That's what you do. You buy these players that cost money and make a difference in it. But we never do that.
Never complains, gets up, gets on, with a smile on his face.
They just want you to sit in your chair and go hip hip hooray to the Western press and the Western narrative, regurgitating the same old every single day without the truth. If you haven't seen it before, please watch the first two episodes, the second series.
We are on the site of the castle,
and it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
That great? Hey, Jason put up something like football. Oh, brilliant. Honestly, God, you know, it's been absolutely wonderful. Nice over the weekends, coming into this week. Anyway, have we got all over? No, we haven't got over it at all. It's just absolutely brilliant. Not only that, you know, we've got the 26th to look forward to. I hope I can make it that day. I really hope I can make it. As with champions. 20 leagues more to come. We'll be talking about that, actually. We'll have to. And as with the game, most successful club in the country. I think even before the 20 leagues, to be honest. I'm being honest. You know, especially European as well. No one has done better in Europe than Liverpool Football Club. No one. And the Redbirds, Frank, at hospital, nothing major, so no need to worry. Oh, come on, Redbirds. Can chat, but I haven't got my headphones, so can't turn up to you don't need to hear me. I'm sorry to hear that, Redbird. Oh, mate. Oh. And Redbird says, hello, Edward, lads, I'm still buzzing. And Edward says, Redbird, we can say we're champions for a year now. Dean, I'll try and get you on. I don't know what's happened, honestly. See, I wasn't going to have it on tonight. I wasn't going to do one because I was so busy today. Not busy getting up, moving about and everything else. I was, you know, like Redbird, you know, the doctors and blimey, the worry I've got is. So I wasn't going to have one, I'm being honest. And Jason, I'll try and get you on if we can. And Dino says, I keep watching everything back, all the videos, drone footage, the players and manager celebrating in front of the whole ground, and I keep filling up, lump in my throat, and I honestly can't explain how I feel. I know it's not exclusive to me. All of us Reds are floating at the moment, and the real celebrations haven't even started yet. Liverpool FC champions again! Exclamation marks. meaning he's highlighting it. Absolutely. Good point. That's a good poster. Mr. Snapey, the king of the Wi-Fi's. Campione, 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 Liverpool. Yes, unequivocally English football's greatest club, although I believe the debate ended in 2005 with the permanent retention. Big Ears put us right out of sight. It's not only that. Remember, we were the very first British club to retain the European Cup. The very first. In 1978 at Wembley. The first team, and I was there to witness it. I was there to witness it. First British. And what you said there, Snapey, is spot on. Absolutely spot on. Because we're the first British side to win it outright. It's ours. We don't keep it for a year. We keep it for always. We were the first British club to do so. And Edward says, Man United fans are trying to count the charity shields. Yeah, I know. I know. How pathetic. I was listening to a Manchester United fan, you know, one of those things, you know, the haters on YouTube. And he said, I couldn't believe what he was saying. This is at the beginning of the season, you know, and he was saying, like, what's going to happen? Who's going to win the league? Who's going to come fourth and all this? And he said, Liverpool will come eighth. He said, you're not going to believe what he said. He said, you know, they're not that good. He said, and they were overachieving under Klopp. That's what he said. They were overachieving under Klopp. He said, and Mo Salah's finished. He's finished him. He's too old. He's finished. And I can't see them finishing above 8. Yeah, Man United finishing above us. Yeah, Brentford finishing above us. Or someone like that. No disrespect to where Brentford like, but this is the hate they show. So how are they going to explain themselves? How are they going to explain themselves? You know, for him to say that Klopp overachieved, you know, forget winning the Champions League and the Premiership and everything else that could be won in club football. Jurgen Klopp won it on a shoestring budget. So how can he say that we overachieved? We had great players who were better as the 3 forwards we had. Mane, Bobby and Son. He were better than them. He was a better goalkeeper than Alisson. He was a better centre-half than Big Verge. Do you understand? You know, I can't understand these fellas who come out. It's just hate. It really is. They can't look past the hatred, and we know quite a few of them. They can't look past the hatred. I just don't understand, honestly. If you look at, if you look past it, it's like me now. It's like me being now. You know, when I do my current affairs, I've said it time and time again. You tear away, you get back, you tear away at the propaganda and the hate shown to certain countries. The hate. And I always say, what have they ever done to you? What have they ever done to us? This is what I say. And they've done nothing. So I tear away And I tear away at the likes of the hate here. But you can't, because that hate is in a steel container, unbreakable container. So it's always there, and they can't look beyond it. They cannot look beyond that hatred. But if they did, they wouldn't be saying that. Jürgen Klopp, overachiever. Please, give me a break. I couldn't believe it. We've finished no more than 8th. Mo Salah's finished. Mo Salah's finished. And this is at the beginning of the season, before the season kicked off. The black and white boy. Who's to say we can't do what City did 4 in a row? We'll be talking about that black and white boy. We really will. And he's the greatest cop out of us all. Won't be here for long because I'm going out tonight. But hello Callum. He's going to climb the roof and stay there with his little sleeping bag tent until the 16th. And you, mate, the 26th of so. And Ezra says, look where they are now. Exactly. Frankie. Hey, Zaro. And Dino says, being in Istanbul, Cardiff, Wembley, Madrid, being witness to some unbelievable moments that will stay with me forever. That on Sunday was surreal, though. Nothing comes close to the explosion of euphoria I felt when the final whistle went. I achieved a higher state of zen than even in the Dalai, even the Dalai Lama. I felt accomplished, complete honesty. Nothing comes close to Sunday. Well, I was made up. Francine took Sophia up there, and it was the first experience she ever had with euphoria. And she never went the game. They were outside. And she said that she was, and I was made up for that, because I know that she will want more, like us when we first experienced Liverpool and what they achieved. See what I mean? And we want more. But we're not greedy. We're not greedy like some other teams are. Like fans of other teams, that is. Daryl says, message OJ to come on tonight properly. Oh, message Jace. I don't know where he is. I'm being honest. I don't know what's happened to Dino. Best, Beckham, Ronaldo, their number 7 now is Mason Mount. Enough said, says the black and white. He's had hamstrings injuries, hasn't he? Terrible hamstrings. And I always remember we went after him, or we were interested in him. And one of the lads said, on here, I don't know whether it was on here or what, and he said, you don't want him, he's always injured. He's like Oxlade-Chamberlain, always injured, and Naby Keita. That's what he said. And it's been proved right. That lad was proved right. And he's done nothing anyway, has he? And Dino, boss being us. It's as simple as that, isn't it? A nice little simple sentence. Boss being us. And Paul Owie Jurgen built it from a low starting position, and but for City's million and cheating, we would have won 2 or 3 more Premier, under the great German. The thing is, we would have won it if the owners would have invested. They never invested when we won the Champions League. They never invested when we won the Premiership. They just didn't invest. There was a lack of investment all the time. Seeing that Luis Suarez sent a big heart, big red heart. Congratulations, boys. Isn't that lovely? Luis Suarez. Tal says, even their number 9s, Andy Cole, Brian McClare, to Ireland. Yeah. Even in John Franco, buonasera, amico mio. Look at all them cups. There's a lad I know, you know that I know where the wonderful Andy Brown, great artist. But there's another artist as well. And his name is Serrano Dan. And he does like about Liverpool. And he's brilliant. I'll go and get something and I'll show you what he did me, you know. He did me, you know, a couple of years ago. And I'll show you what he did. Anyway, he's got this drawing, just a simple drawing of Liverpool, every pen, Liverpool. But it's got P2OL. Brilliant the way he's in red. The rest is in black, but the 2O, I can't show you it, unfortunately. But I'll show you what he did. He did me. He actually sent me it as a Christmas present. You know, I'll show you. Hang on a sec. I took my painkiller, so I'm okay for now. Just take you down, maybe. He sent me it as a Christmas present. That's when I was on the radio. Oh, can you see it? But that's it. Frank on the wireless. When he had long hair, that. You know, so he does like the Liverpool stuff. And he's got a cracker, another cracker, and it's all red. He always does like this sepia background, you know, colour. And he's got a postcode, just a postcode of the 29th. You know, deals, but I think V10, cracking thing it is. And I'm going to ask him to do it for me. I'm going to commission him to do it, to put on my wall. But I hate that. What I just took. The IBR. He's all them, right? All the bottles. And tell, how much do you charge after Frankie in? How much do we charge? I don't charge anything. I don't charge anything. I really don't. I really don't charge anything. But like my place, I've only got 2 bedrooms, and this, there's no way I've got a bed in here. I wish I could show you the round. Believe it or not, I've got 2 wardrobes in here, full of clothes. I've got a big bookcase full of books and other things, you know, files. I've got what this is on a big desk. And right here, I've got another bookcase. Show you it. There it is. Look. That's a bookcase, that. But the one over here, it's massive. Oh, look at it. You've got me fucking moving my arm. I shouldn't be moving my arm. And other things on it. So there's no way I'd have you staying here. But there's no way. I've only got 1 bed to have. Can't be other people talking about us. I'll just go for it. I Frank and chat. Just to mention, talking about achievements, I am waiting to add my 6th. 6th what? What's that? Is that Charo? Darryl, struggling for a room at the inn on the 26th. Darryl, I'll promise you, if everything goes well tomorrow, I've got a hell of a lot of, you don't realise what I'm going through. No one does. And I don't want to bring it to the thing. But I will promise you I'll ring you. Okay. Whatever time. Because I'm not having a pod tomorrow. I'm not having a pod. Anthony, oh yeah, greatest artist from Liverpool this valley. Honestly, he is. Get onto his site. Anthony Brown, artist. So just Google it. And he's a very good friend of mine. Good evening, Frank and champion chatters. Have a great show. Thank you, man. Thank you, my friend. Frank, we nearly bought Mount. Got away with that one there. We did. This fucking thing, you know. Same already swearing. This mouse. I don't know where my little point. Fucking hell. It's shocking what I have to do. Paul always says, Dina spot on and being at or around the stadium when a league or cup is won is magical. Agreed there. And Snapey, we're not that good yet. Played no well. Combining Man United's points and Everton's points, they are 2 points behind us as it currently stands. Back in our pitch, I love that. I love that little terminology. Back on our pitch. And getting up people's noses, exquisite, isn't it? Yes. Says Sneaky. Edward. Mascherano was made up as well, getting interviewed for the Inter. Oh, go away. I've never seen that. I love Mascherano. I loved it. I love them all. And Dave's LFC chat. Hello, Dave. LFC chat. Top team, top coach. Big Art. Hashtag 20. Yes. Yes, Dave. Absolutely, mate. Oh, there's a name that I haven't seen for a long time. Christopher says, hi Frank and everyone, not Christopher. Hi everyone. Hi Frank and everyone. We won the league going to savour every second till we have to hand it over in 5 years. Wouldn't that just be wonderful? Wouldn't that just be wonderful? Richard Hawkins, I haven't seen for yonks. Congratulations, guys. I am not staying. I had 50 texts on my phone on Sunday, but well done. Richard's in Northern Ireland, Belfast. He's in Belfast, but he's a Man U fan. But he's a nice lad. He's a nice fella. He really is. He's a nice fella. Not like some bitter people who, can't see beyond hatred. Good to see you there, Richard. Oh, there's Paul. Sorry there, mate. Paul Owie to Snapey. We must be easing up, as I thought we'd be at least 10 points ahead of them. 2 combined losers. Slipping up. Should have been 10 points ahead. Arthur Schofield. Hey, Frank and chats. Just talking about numbers, I am hoping to get my 6th Champions League plate ASAP to add to my collection. Walk away. Was that what you were saying before? Champions League plate. I've got a little champion, big ears. Got us on a little mount. Got it on a shelf in my living room. And it's great. A mate of mine gave me it, actually. A mate, a good friend of mine, Beans, used to go to matches. Old Trafford. Used to go to. Just love it. Me and James Allen. Barry Aldridge, even and Frank and everyone still sitting there with a beaming smile, reliving the game. Remember when I said the other day, on the watch along, before the game started, I said, I want to go out like champions. I want us to have a great game today to win the league today. And they didn't let me down. We were fucking brilliant. And the fella who's over the hill, Mo Salah, finished. Scored his 27th goal. You can't believe it. You can't make these things up. It's not in the script of these people. It's not in the script of these people to, go beyond what they don't want to see. You can't get the layers out of the way. And Snapey says, doing the right way by not being financially profligate gives our achievements even more kudos. Slot title win without spending virtually no money shows that above all, the money spirit is unbearable. Point is, though, Snapey, he should have been given the money. And here's what I'm afraid of. I hate to say this, because we're all happy and hallelujah. When we won the league the last time, the owners looked at the thing and went, well, if this team can do it so brilliantly, they can do it again next season. And that's why we bought them. And the same with the Champions League. Bought no one. If this team can achieve that, they can achieve anything. Bought no one. And this time, we've run away with it. We've won it not in May. We've won it in April. And they're all young players, as you know, with the exception of, two lads who are absolutely, they can go on for another 5 years, these two. That's the big Verge and Mo. And I just hope, and this is where the likes of Edwards and the invisible man use comes in. Didn't know Jez Lynham to the radio show, says RBR. I wonder if George is about it. I don't know where George is, Maybe he's told. Maybe he was told, that I wasn't doing well. Paul Owie to Snapey. It really shows how tight FSG are, and if they don't invest this summer, we could end up with Man U and Everton sooner rather than later. They have to invest. Look, we need a left back. And if Trent goes, I'm saying this, if Trent goes, he hasn't said anything yet. I'd love him to stay. I'd love Trent to stay. If he goes, we need a right back. So that's 2. Right away. No matter what, we need a DM. We need a number 6, and I've been saying that now, coming up to 3 years. Since Ginny left. 3 years I've been saying it. And Fabinho. Think about it. Coming up to 3 years, we need a DM. It's all right looking at Gravenberch. Oh yeah, great and everything else. We need a DM, a proper DM. We need a Mascherano type player. A Fabinho type player when he was at his peak. There's the Himalaya lad. PKB Bishal. Hi, sir. Hiya, PKB. Bishal. This lad is from Nepal. Tuning in from Nepal. Think about it. K9. Everest. The Sherpas. I read a true story, and I'm going to tell the story on my history show when I'm with Anthony, and it's about a fella, a British agent. I'm not going to tell you it now, but he escaped. He got collared in Russia during the Soviet period, just before the Second World War He was caught around 1933, 34, and he was captured spying, and he was thrown in a gulag, and he escaped the gulag. It's like a Russian jail today. I've seen Russian jails. I've actually streamed them, and there's one smack bang in the middle of a forest. The forest is bigger than Germany. No walls, no nothing. There's guards, you know what I mean? They're up there, and there's guards. But if you want to run away, you can run away. And I'm sure he was in this jail. I'm sure he was. It's an old monastery, actually. An old monastery in the middle of nowhere, Siberia. And he escaped from there. What a story. And why has it got something to do with Bishop? A lot to do with it, but his country, Nepal. Honestly, great. And I will say it on, might even say it on the Truth and Conspiracies show one Friday. Brilliant story. Really good. Paul Owie. It's been great watching the celebrations around Anfield and all over the world. I was watching these Americans. I always watch them. And they've got a place. It's like an Irish bar. It's in Miami. I think it's Miami. And they're great. They know all the songs. And they're all high fives and everything. It's really good. It's really good. Honestly, you know, and I was watching them, you know, during the game. You know, they just put it on. Like when they scored, they all went, ah. And when we scored, elation. Scored again, elation. Scored again. Oh, I should see it. Brilliant. Then they had a big group photograph outside. Smashing at this. Should see it. All these men, they all know the songs. You know, the Lucho song. I don't even know that. And Arthur says, supposed to read Champions League, hang on. Oh, supposed to read Champions League plate to bring my collection to date. Sorry. Oh, okay. So you're giving a little rhyme and couplet then. It's George. I've been waiting since. George, I haven't seen you, honest. I went down there. George, I'm sorry. I've been waiting backstage since 7 o'clock, and it looks like you could not see me to bring me on. The Lost Shankly boy has been. George, go on it now. Go the link. I'll bring you on right away. Right away, I'll bring you on. I bet he's gone. I bet you any money he's gone. Got fed up with me. Got fed up with Frank. Tell me off. Thinking back, I was at Stamford Bridge last game in '86 when Kenny won us the league. I was struggling for a ticket for the away end, but settled for on there in their East Middle Stands. Lucky to get out alive, says George said. Wow. was great that when Kenny scores, wasn't it? 1-0. And Edward says, don't know how legit it is, but I've read that we're going to spend big in the summer. We read it every year. We read it every year. George has left, he's gone. Must have got fed up, but wait, I didn't see it. And Jason's not here. Because Jason would have noticed, he notices I can't see it, you see. Frank in chat says Owen Lee. Thumbs up. Hey, Owen. And Paul says to George, I was there that day and was lucky to get out of the Bridge pub before the game. Why are they so horrible? Why are they so horrible? You should embrace away fans because they go down to your ground. You should embrace them. Those 70 days are over. Snaky. I agree wholeheartedly. We have to invest now. We're on top. Unless it's consolidated, we'll stagnate. But it's still 2 fingers up at those who spend recklessly. But new blood's essential. New bloods are essential. Well, as I said before, we need 2 full-backs if Trent goes. You mightn't agree with me here, but young Bradley, he seems to be injury prone. You look at his thing, he's always injured. So we need someone. You might like what I'm saying, like, but that's the way I look at it. That's the way I see it. So I'm just saying, like, that's 2 players. Forget about the forwards for a minute. So you've got to look at midfield. Got to look at that defence, right, and midfield. Now, I've always said the left back, we should go after this in Cappy. Because he can play 2 positions, left back and left side at centre back. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant, the lad. And you've got to spend to get him. He'd be great for us. You know what I mean? Please, you know what I mean? As I said, in midfield, we need a DM. And you might think I'm going over the top here, but we need a creative midfielder as well. I'd keep our lads, what we've got, and just add 2 more. A DM, or just getting Cappy. He's got to try playing 4 at the back. Not 4 at the back, 4 in the middle at some point. Not to allow the opposition to get through to him. I'd do it now. I played the 4. I play 4 across the midfield. And Owen says, Frank, what do you think about the disgusting behaviour of Real Madrid? Can you imagine if that was an English? Why? What happened? I don't know. I don't know what's happened. Is it because they're chatting up? Is it because they're chatting up Trent? Is that what you're going on about? Let me know, Owen. Please let me know. Please let me know. And Paul always says to Snapey, it's great we have achieved so much on shoestring, but now's the time to really invest and become the dominant force. Honestly, Paul, not just me, but a few are saying it, and I'm going back 3 years ago. I'm going back 3 years ago. I'll go back to when we won the last Prem and the last Champions League in 2019. We've got to press home our superiority. We have to invest, but we didn't. Because I've always said, if there was to be an investment, we would have won at least 2 Champions Leagues and 2 Premierships under Jurgen Klopp. This would have been the 4th. So you're right there, Paul. Say, Messi or Ronaldo, who is the best? Messi for me. Albeit the 2 different type of players and different types of positions that they played. But Lionel Messi, Bichel, Lionel Messi. He was great, Ronaldo, by the way. And do you know what? Genuinely, Liverpool could have had him because he was a Liverpool supporter, and we could have had him. And I don't know whether it was Roy Evans or Gerard Houllier who refused him. I think it was Gerard. Was it him? I think it was Gerard Houllier who refused. And he went to where. Christopher says, if Mo Salah scores or assists another 2 goals, he will break another Premier. I think he will score another 2. Oh, yeah. Paul to Bichel. Messi and Messi twice on Sunday. I'm glad someone agreed there. Someone agrees with me. But Messi, honestly, Messi is an incredible player. And imagine, Bichel, you'll have heard of this fella, but you'd never seen him play unless you watched him on film. I seen Pele and another fella, Eusebio, play during the '66 World Cup finals. Well, they were playing up here at Everton's ground, Goodison. I was there watching these unbelievable men. I've seen the greatest goalkeeper ever. A Russian goalkeeper by the name of Lev Yashin. He calls him the cat, the black cat. He was always in black. Big fella. Great keeper. Like, I tell you, honestly, Alisson reminds me of it. I'm sorry about this, I'm all itchy and everything. The score with me now. And he reminds me of Lev Yashin. Seen some great players there. Garrincha of Brazil as well. Garrincha. And he has a funny leg, It was like crooked. And it was only until recently that, as a child, Garrincha, he suffered from polio. And yet, look at the footballer he was. Unbelievable. Oh, Graham, hello, Graham. One of the best memories of my life is 76 being at Wolves. I was there. And I never ever run on pitches, obviously. But that day, I was only mentioning this the other day, Graham, on my pod. And I said, that time, I seemed to be lifted up, the crowd, I'm lifted up. And the next time I found myself on the pitch. So I just joined in the frolics, like a hooligan. I was there, mate. I was 14, will never forget it. See what I mean, Graham? You're 14 years of age. How many 14 years of age kids now go to games away? Know what I mean? Just picking yourself up and saying, I'm going. And I mean going away on a coach or whatever. I was younger. Not younger than you then. But I remember being, how old was I? About 11, 12. And I went to Stoke. Got up, me and my mates got up on the bus and we were in Stoke. Terrible thing there, When I went to the Stoke game, at Stoke, they had a fucking cricket pitch next to the football pitch. And we were on the side of the cricket pitch looking over. It was crazy. Could hardly see the match. Don't know if anyone ever remembers that, if you ever went away to Stoke before they upgraded. I don't know. That's a great shout there, Graham. Great shout, mate. Can you subscribe to the channel, please? And press a like to get the algorithm up. Please. And Paul always says, I was in Thailand years ago watching Liverpool and Man United, and I was the only foreigner in the bar when Yana and Elisa scored a belter at the roof nearly came off and all the local Thais burst into song. Great. I had, funny enough, I've got a very light pair of beige trousers, because it was nice today. And I was in Italy, Liverpool were playing that night, and who were we playing? I'm sure we were playing Leeds or someone. Sure, someone, anyway. And sitting down, and someone brought a bottle of red out. I love red wine, a bottle of red. Put it down, big glass, drinking it like that, watching the game. Midweek it was. And we scored. Fucking wine all over me very light trousers. Linen, all red. And do you know what? I've kept them all these years, couldn't get the stain out. Obviously, couldn't wear them again. And they were all laughing, all the Italians, all laughing at me. And I was in Sorrento once. Love Sorrento. I went into this bar, this is genuine, went into this bar, and Liverpool was a Sunday afternoon game, and we were playing Bolton. At Bolton. And anyway, Steven Gerrard scored, and it was on my goal. And shouting at the telly, and the fella who owned the bar, even like that to me at the end of the game, and he gave me a bottle of beer. He said, yeah. He said, I enjoyed that. I said, did you like the game? He said, no, I enjoyed looking at you. He said, you're one of us. I said, what do you mean? And he said, on Wednesday, I think they were playing Sampdoria. He said, would you like to come along as my guest? And I had to say to my one, I said, do you mind if I go to the game? She said, no, we'll just go out. I said, well, okay. So I went with him to see Napoli. And was Sampdoria. Fabulous. And he was introducing his mates that I'm one of them. You should see them out there. They were like us, what we were like on Sunday. So they're great. They're great memories. Oh, come on. Left back, right back, TM, and a striker. Yes. I think we need two strikers, to be honest, because if Darwin goes, I think the Jota goes well. Paul Owie to Graham Rodgers. I remember listening to that game on the radio as an 8-year-old, and the atmosphere was as different level that night. That's a different level that night. Do you know when we played San Etienne, I came home, like obviously come home, and I've never seen an atmosphere. I've been to some semi-finals and things in Europe, but I've never heard, maybe because I was in the middle of the cup, and I've never heard anything like it in all my life. When David Fairclough, scored that goal, it was an unbelievable, the noise, and he had that tinnitus as well afterwards. But when I get home, I was listening to the radio, fucking telly, you know what I mean? And I was listening to the radio, like the news, because I just wanted to listen about, like the match on the news. And I'm talking about the radio, not the telly, talking about the radio. And I'll never forget Elton Wellesby. He was commentating, apparently, on the match. Well, I was there, I couldn't listen to him. And I've never heard anything like it in my life. Brilliant. The goal, the David Fairclough goal. The way, it was incredible. And I've never heard anything like that since. No, never. Just trying to think of something then. Paul Owie to George said to Paul Owie, that game in '86 was a shocker. The ticket cost me £9 fucking. I'd never spent that much back then for a match. £9. When I went down in '78 to Wembley, I went on my own. And I hitched down there. Anyway, that's by the way. And I gets the tube, like, with all the reds, So I comes off. I gets off first. I'm in a compartment, so I comes off. Anyway, goes up the stairs, out of the tube, and found a fiver. A fiver on the floor. The only money I've ever found in my life. It was a lot then. Don't you rate Kirkers, Frank says to sleep? Yeah, I do. But he's Hungarian as well, so he's got a mate there with Szoboszlai. And Owen says, Frank, totally off topic. On the conspiracy show, you talked about something happening in Russia, but couldn't remember the name. Brilliant. Tunguska. You're good, you are. Yeah, it was. The event, yes. Very good. That's why I couldn't remember the name, Tunguska. There's lots of things, though, you know. Lots of things, you know. You've got now another assassination, and it's wrong. You never hear Russia's going into Ukraine and assassinating personnel, do you? Or, you know, even loads of journalists have been assassinated as well by the Ukrainians. But yeah, Tunguska. Is that my phone? Well, George is not coming on. I don't know. I'm sorry about that. I think you might be disappointed, Frank. Journos are saying midfield is not a priority, says Elmo James. Well, they would, wouldn't they? They would. That's what I mean about the owners. The owners are like that. Are they not a priority? The defence won't fucking be a priority. Because they'd say, well, if they, you know, it was good enough then, and so they'll keep the likes of Robertson, who I think is past the sell-by date. I'm sorry about that for Robbo. A great servant. But, you know, he's been like that for 2 seasons now. This is the second season. His level has dropped. You've got Semikas. And you've got to ask yourself, is he good enough for the level we need? That's just me. So Elmo, you know what I mean? They take notice of journalists, unfortunately. Paul Owie to George. Even back in the 80s, London prices were a joke, and even a pint of piss-poor Cockney ale, warm, you should have said, warm ale, dented the pocket, but we had a great day and capped it off a week later, beating the Bitters at Wembley. Yep. 3 times that decade at Wembley. Beating them. Wasn't it Thompson who didn't think Ronaldo was good enough? I think he came out to back Gerrard, as he used to call him, Julia. I think he came out to say that, just backed him. Oh yeah, he wasn't good. We could have had him. And I always remember, who else could we have had? Oh, who the fuck was it? And it was a midfielder, I forget who it was. And I went, oh, get him, it'd be great. Great. And Julia turns around, he said, we don't. He was classed as better than Zidane, this fella. I forget his name. And Julia went like, we don't need him. We've got our own Zidane. Danny Murphy. That was fucking enough said, though. That is our Leeds United lad. Fernie. Hey, up Frank at lads and all. No more premium titles for you, as we're back and gunning for you. Said that, didn't I? Oh, you must have enjoyed it then last night. I said, didn't I? You'd be up, you'd be with us, where you belong, by the way. As one of our lads says, we're back on our perch, and you're back where you belong, in the top flight. God, Brian, I'm sorry about this. Every fucking time I come in here, I itch. Because I've got this thing, haven't I? Falling to bits, lads. Falling to bits. Elmo. I was at Wolves 76. Fantastic night. People getting out of cars on motorways, coming back singing and dancing. Yes. Yeah. I always remember when you remember the Saint John, and I'm going back even further than usually. And it was the clap. St. John. You know, always remember that. And going down to playing Spurs in the cup match. Was it Spurs? I don't know who were fucking playing. And that's all you hear on the motorway. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Great. All the way down. All different cars going past vans and everything. Even a fucking big R6. There's been quite a few since who have had a funny leg at Goodison. Are you talking about Grinch? Barry to Graham, I was 17 and wanted to go but wasn't allowed. Yes. Fuming I was. The fans held the traffic up on the M6 cheering on the way home because my brothers went. 17. You're not going anywhere. You're too young now. Go and sit down and watch the telly. Go and watch Coronation Street, you naughty boy. But I want to go, Mum. I remember that Stevie and Ronnie, they were going to the game, and I'm sitting there with them. And take him the game with you. Take it in. Anyway, they had to take me and got slapped all the way there and slapped all the way back because they had to drag me there in the game. I was only 24 at the time. And Arthur says, Frank, when are FSG going to realise the Premiership is the best in the world? The sooner they invest in the best LFC, they too will be simply the best. Arthur's on a roll tonight, isn't it? With his little rhyming couplets. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to sound negative because I'm in such a high spirits. They've done it before, and they do it again. That's why the likes of, look, certain people have been brought in to save money. That's all I'm just going to say on the matter. That's it now. Negativity's over. And Snapey says, they always do things oddly in Stoke. Some of the tight-fisted so-and-sos from there acquire Wi-Fi from next door. Snapey, while you're there, mate, didn't Stoke have the cricket ground right next to it, you know, the field itself. I was there, I remember it, young kid. Must have been about 12 or 13, and I was standing there, and we were on the side of the cricket pitch, having to look over at the fucking game. Can you clarify that there was a cricket pitch right next to the football pitch? Thank you. And Owen says, my dad saw Eusebio at the in '66 World Cup. He also saw Argentina kicked it out of the team. Can't remember who. And they said they were the dirtiest team ever. Are you sure it was Argentina? Because I'm telling you now, Brazil plays Hungary, and Hungary were kicking the hell out. He went off after 17 minutes and never played a game. And that was Pele. Seen him getting carried off. And me and my little mate were like, couldn't believe that he was being carried off. They were great Brazil, you know. Fucking hell, what a team. Unbelievable team. So Owen, you know, I seen him myself, Eusebio, Pele, unbelievable, mate. Leviashin, Gerincha. There was who was it? Fucking hell. I always forget this fella's name. I tell you who else I seen. They were unbelievable. Unbelievable. Korea. I was so Korea. Fucking hell. Should have seen them. 100 miles an hour, that lot. 100 miles. They were beating someone. I think it was Portugal. 4-0 or 5-0 or something mad like that. And they ended up getting beat. It was great, you know, then. Because I always remember the pubs being open till 11 o'clock. Because they used to shut at 7. They were open till 11. Everyone was made up. Even if you like football or not. Staying in the pub till 11. And Paul always says, did Stoke give you a cucumber sarnies at half time and did we hit them for 6? No, that was, I'm going back further, honestly. I'm going back to when I had black hair. Even before long hair came out. And Owen says to Fierney, welcome back. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely. You know, these are a great team. Great city. Got to be Emmerdale Farm. Emmerdale. Joe Sugden. And Mrs. Sugden. And Matt Skilber. Hello, honey. What was his name? Mr. Braley. Are you there, Mr. Braley? Oh, Mr. Braley. Fucking And Ronaldo says, Christopher, I practically signed for us. And you signed for United. Got an injury. And Ferguson said he will still sign him. He did the same with Van Nistelrooy. Tomo tried to sign him in the meantime, but he already promised United. And Fernie. Hey up, Owen. Cheers, buddy. Hey up. Graham Rodgers. I was at the San Etienne game also as an underage drinking nearby. See. I'm sorry, but you can't let kids go to games. Look an underage drinking. He's only 9. I'll have a glass of that you said to me. I'll have a glass of that. But it was great, wasn't it? I never heard a roar like it in my life. never, ever. And, you know, as I said, I've been to the Chelsea games, especially the Chelsea when we beat them 1-0. With the goal that never was. And they still fucking moan about it today. And do you know what? And this is what they forget, and even Marino forgets. Peter Cech would have been sent off. We would have had a penalty. We would have fucking scored from the penalty anyway. But Peter Cech would have been sent off. They would have been down to their 10 men. If that would have been, you know, we would have had a penalty, as you know. But they forget that. The referee played the advantage. And if that wouldn't have gone in, he would have just pointed for a penalty. And we would have scored from it. Hey, do you know what I've got if any of you want it? Talking about great matches. And I was there on the night. And even at, you know, the Sanity end game, as I said. Maybe it was because I was younger, I don't know. But the Barca game. And I've got this, if anyone wants it. It's the Echo pullout. The Incredibles. All the pages. All the pages. If anyone wants it. The Incredible. The Impossible Dream. You can have it. And Barry says, I was on the cup that night with my mates from school. We both lived in Wigan and used to meet up on the train and walk to the ground from Cape Town. Did you? Cape Town? When people visit me, they get off at Cape Town station and walk along to where I live. I think Snapey came to see me once. Well, I left think I didn't know that he came to see me once, and I'm sure he got the train to Cape Town. And he phoned me. I said, "Where are you?" And he said, "Cape Town." I said, "Where about?" And I said, "Well, turn right and walk along to me." And I went, no, don't turn left, because he was going down by the top road. Turn left and walk along. Okay, Frank. Found it the next day. Paul Owie. Frank, I bet you celebrated in 78 by jetting off to Marbella with the lucky bluey you found on the ship. That wasn't being our spends, wasn't it, to be honest? I bet. I was looking at it only before. I was looking at some cruises, you know. And it says, you know, this cruise up to the fjords and that. Oh, fuck off. I fucking want to go there, freezing. Mate, the Med. George, Frank, don't give me scores. Please, George. Don't give me scores. That's not allowed on our pod. Yeah, I know you're all watching the fucking game, like, but don't, please. But thank you anyway. This leader whiz kid. Hey all. Campione, campione. Yep. And George says, the Manx spent 19 million on Ronaldo. We wouldn't pay the money. Same as Anelka wouldn't pay 12 for it. Anelka was brilliant. He was fucking great. And then all the excuses came out why we never bought him. His brothers were awful. Fuck off. Not having that. His brothers. Fernie says Sheffield United could have signed Maradona back in the day, but went for Alex Sabella, who was 50 grand cheaper. Are you kidding me? Maradona going to Sheffield United? Come on, Fernie, lad. I was in Naples on the last time I was over at Sorrento. I went out to it. I love the museum there, you know, the Pompeii Museum. I've been to Pompeii loads of times. And when I go to Napoli, you know, I usually go into the museum. Fantastic. Because I used to lecture about the Roman Empire, didn't I? Anyway, I'm in there. Great. So it comes out. And I seen all these lads and girls, you know, they're all walking down, and they had flags, and I thought they were going on a demonstration until they unfurled the flags, and it was a Maradona. Incredible. I never followed them all the way, but when I went down, you know, I was just walking, these are fucking goals. So anyway, it goes down, and then, you know, the way we have morals up of our players, they just got Maradona up. They love Maradona. Still do. They still, you know, the flags. The flags. And he left them. Still idolized the man. Great Maradona. Unbelievable. Loved him. Edwards, I was out the sunroof in the car after the parade for Istanbul. Great memories, you know, for me though. Great memories. I was happy. I was in a relationship. And it was great time. So 2005 is a vintage year for me. And as Snapey said, we got to keep it. Big ears. Paul, we had far too many average froggies under Ulier, and Danny Murphy made my pet tortoise look fast. I never liked him. He scored some great goals against Everton and Man United, but he was fucking awful. If my daughter was sitting here with me now, she'd be saying, "Oh, me and her, you know, used to go to the match in the Danny Murphy days." And she never liked him because he kept giving the fucking ball away. He kept, and she'd tell, if she was sitting here with me now, she'd tell you. Danny Murphy always kept giving the ball away, constantly. Albeit he scored some great goals against Man U. And Man U and the other fucking lot, Everton. The one against Man U, the volley, the ball came over and he just fucking lifted it. Fucking great goal against Man U. That's all he fucking does. Never ever liked Murphy. My old dad's cousin says George Seth, who I used to stay with in Morton, always said the semi against Inter Milan was the greatest night on the cup. When we beat them 3-1, I was there as well with my uncles. Take him. That was the game. And I always remember my uncle, because I come from an Italian background, Ronaldo. And he said, you're going to watch a player, number 8. He's one of the greatest players in the world. Watch him. And the fella fucking scored against us. Sandro Mazzoli. Stuck in my mind that. Sandro Mazzoli. When we beat them 3-1, should have been 4-1. And we were cheated in Milan. We were cheated there. Should have gone on and won that European Cup for the first time. Before Manchester United. Think about that. Paul, always Sheffield United used to have a cricket pitch at Bramhall Lane. Was that Sheffield United? It was, yeah. And I'm saying Stoke, wasn't I? It was Sheffield United. Thanks, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, Sheffield United. And we were fucking looking over. We were on the pitch side, the cricket pitch side, looking over at the game. Fucking shocking. Never found a fiver. And Snapey says, there was indeed a cricket pitch by the Victoria Ground. Believe me, given the standard of the footballers, often proves more than a welcome to start. It's nuts, isn't it? Long hair grows on people, Frank. It takes time. Barry, nay, Mr. Winks. Nay, Mr. Winks, says Barry Allen. We can never say, will it? Nay, Mr. Winks. Oh, Annie. Oh, nay, Annie. Paul Owen. Do you know what I always remember, I forget his real name, who played Mr. Wilkes. No, he didn't play Mr. Wilkes. He played the fucking barman, whatever it was. The owner of the Woolpack. And they had to do a scene, him and Mr. Wilkes. And they were actually locked in, supposedly locked in the cellar. So they decided to have a drink, it was in the script. But it was fucking real Scotch, and he ended up pissed, he said. He said, you Mr. Wilkes. I always remember that when he was being interviewed once. Owen says, saw a stat stating Liverpool have scored 15 goals against Tottenham in all competitions this season. They must be fucking sick of us. And Edward says, oh, and that's right, we played them 4 times. The Fernie says, Maradona was only a kid at the time. Oh, I say, Sabella was proven after the World Cup in Argentina, 1978. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That would have been a cracking pub quiz question before fucking Google came up. Paulo, Maradona was heartbroken when SU chose Sabella. Oh, Sheffield United chose Sabella, as he had been ablaze as a boy back in Argentina. Go away. Go away. Wow. Snapey. I called him square ball Danny. Murphy was mediocre when we needed better players. His love for the club masked his inadequacies. Never rated him personally. Same here. Francine. Never liked him. But you're right, he is a red. He's on fucking everything, isn't he? Like, fucking Jason McAtee's and fucking never up fucking LFC TV. Paulo, Snapey. He could run an AO tackle, a fish supper, but like Frank says, he did score the odd belter against MU. He did, he did. He did. Still fucking crap, like. The Anfield evening. Good evening, you mighty Reds. Look at all that. You mighty Red. You mighty Red. Look at all those for Frank. Hello, Rob. And the IBR says to Snapey, Murphy is worse as a pundit. Fucking terrible. He's trying to be unbiased and all this, you know, but fucking gives Liverpool down the banks. Television's a funny thing because they fucking tell you what to say and what to do and everything, you know. Telling you now, do not say this, do not say that. Especially the BBC. Always remember doing who do you think you are with John Bishop, and we went into the playoffs, and we went into this other. No one goes into it. Fucking Victoria, honestly, you should see it. Fantastic. So anyway, he goes in there, we're sitting down, we're chatting, and we're looking at old posters because I was talking about his great granddad. Who was in a little trio group, and they went around as 3 minstrels. They were the 3 minstrels, but they were known as a different word, and we all know what the word is. And it's at the 3 little, and the BBC, no, you can't say that. Why? Because it was then. You're going back to the 1870s. I said, you know, it's got to be shown. Look, so we couldn't show it. So anyway, I was telling him, this is John Bishop, I was telling him about when they went down, they went to New York, and they were doing the act, you know, the Three Little Things, and everybody was made up with them, New York. And they went down to Alabama. They were nearly lynched. They only got out of it. Honestly, they were nearly lynched. And me and him were laughing our heads off, you know, afterwards. The Bishop, John the Bishop. And I don't know whether you're aware of this, but on his shows now, he mentions me. And he takes me off, apparently. I get a phone call, and was it last month, the month before. A lad, he's been on here, he's mentioned, and he lives in New Zealand, Ariotti. His dad used to be my mate, and he emigrated to New Zealand, and he phoned me up. He said, Frank, he said, you're not going to fucking believe this. He said, me and the Scouts community, John Bishop was appearing at a theatre by us. He said, we went down to see him. And he said, he was taking off you. He was talking about you. And I went around seeing him after the show. He said, I know Frank. He said, he was my dad's mate. And I had another phone call. He's been doing it for fucking years, apparently. I'll tell you for why. I had another phone call of another lad. And it was only a few weeks ago. Before he started his tour, but he started in the floral pavilion over there in Brighton. And this fella, know him well, I do know him well, and he rang me up. I hardly see him now. And he phoned me. He said, fucking hell, he said, Frank, just seen John Bishop on the thing, and he's talking about you. He said, you know, you're the laughing great and everything else. He said, yeah, there's some bull. Anyway, now I'm going back Friday. I was doing a class. And this lady, mature, she put her hand up, mature student. She said, can I say something, Frank? I said, yeah, go on. I thought she was going to talk about some fucking Roman emperor. And she went, I got a phone call off my daughter who lives in London, and she went to see John Bishop, and he was talking about you. And she said, and I said to my mate who was sitting next to me, my mum's in his class. He's talking about. Incredible, isn't it? So that's the best. And honest to God, I could show you it now. Where's my fucking phone? I'm going to believe this. John Bishop has a thing up on Facebook. And he was in New York, and I seen it last week. And I put a comment up. I said, there's your right, John, you know, keeping the appearances up. And the New Yorkers loved you, which they did. And you'll never believe who liked it. And I went, is this a fucking wind up? You know, you get a like. And I went to see, and it wasn't a wind up, because there's his profile, there's his fucking thing and everything. Do you know who it was? And I've said, when you've watched my shows, my film shows, I said, I don't like this fella. Can't stand him. Jason Statham. Fucking like me thing. There's only one like, and it was him. You know, my little comments I made. Honestly. There you have it. Raw, have you noticed the flags on all the houses? Yeah. Fernie, Amos Braley, Amos Braley, that's him, Amos Braley, Amos Braley. Nee, Annie lass. For the Anfield bro. Off idea. Gary Richards. Tally old Frank, dear boy, 2 Prems in 5 years to equal the scum. Liverpool will retain the Prem. The voice of reason is Gary Richards. And Gary is one of those, lads who every Boxing Day jumps on a horse, blows the bugle, and goes after foxes over the dunes, over the open fields. And there's a great quote by none other than Oscar Wilde about the pursuit. And he said, the unspeakable in pursuit of the uneatable. Great quote there, isn't it? Oscar Wilde, love him. The Anfield, Edwards, I've got flags on mine and some others have it. It's gearing up, lad. I love it, Do you know, I got all emotional, and that I can't, when I'm doing a watch along, I can't fucking hear a thing on there because I haven't got my earphones. Jason's bringing them down. And when I looked at the monitor, and obviously I never heard, but I knew that he was singing, You Never Walk Alone. And that gets me all the time. I cannot sing it because all is that I say when You Never Walk Alone is being renditioned by our wonderful supporters. I just see a number. 97. That's all it is. And it's for them. And I got all emotional. I think some of the lads seen. The Anfield. Yep. Let's just say, Lord, I've noticed it as well on some houses. I'm sorry about this fucking idiot. It's really got me, I'm cracking up. Cracking up, I am. Falling to bits and cracking up at the same time. Mental health. And the Anfield says, Edwards, I'm open for 1 million or more visitors to the city. Aren't you, lad? It's going to be great. Fucking Munsey, though. Wouldn't you think they would have done it on the Sunday? Was that the last day of the Prem? Paul says, yet on his deathbed, Maradona said his biggest regret was never playing for the Blitz. Edward, I see a house with English, Liverpool, Irish and Wales flags, says the Anfield though. Scouse not English. I love talking about the Irish and the Italians living side by side. Scotty Road. Ezra says, there will over 1 million on the parade. And listen, the Redbirds in Aussie, you know, Anfield. He said there's nothing serious, you know. So we've got to keep our little thoughts about the Redbird. Okay. Frankie, how are you, lad? Great watch along Sunday with you, lad. Raw emotion, a lot. Oh, thank you. That's why I love Liverpool, just like you lot. I don't like saying you lot, you know, it's just like everyone here. I've had some heartbreaks like you, some joyous moments, unforgettable moments, like Sunday. That's what we're all about. That's what we are all about. Liverpool Football Club, the team, the boys. I just hope Trent stays. I just want him to stay. I know people are saying, "I'll go on, fuck off then if you want to leave." And on a rare occasion, says the Anfield, I'm in agreement with Carragher. I don't want to see another English side win the Champions League, so I'm glad PSG are doing well. I said, didn't I, on Sunday during the pod, all as I want now for next season, besides the Premier League, again, is the Champions League. I love the Champions League. I loved the European Cup when it was the European Cup. Loved it. Seen them in 77, Rome. Seen them at Wembley, 78. 81, Parc des Princes, beating Real. And I always fucking remember then, you know, coming back here, and they'll say, Real Madrid were finished, they were over the hill. I said, they fucking weren't, they were at the fucking final. What's the matter with you? Beating everyone in the fucking way, in their way. And jealousy goes back there. It's mad. I wonder if the Fernie's still with us, because I remember him, Leeds United in the semis. And I thought they were going to do it at one point. Let's get to the final. He didn't, unfortunately. The Anfield. Nice to see you, Aldo and Bradley commentate on Sunday's game. Real emotion for our club, for our great club. Paul always for the Anfield. I'm not bothered who wins it, but Arsenal did bang on a bit when they beat Real Madrid in the quarter-final. I maybe need to keep the English CL winners a select 6. I couldn't give a fuck about Arsenal. You should have fucking heard their fans about us. I was just watching them there today. What they were fucking saying. So fuck them. Sorry to be so blunt, but fuck them. He didn't have a good word to say about Liverpool Football Club, so why should I fucking be worrying about fucking them and fucking playing PSG? Fuck them. No PSG fucking turn the back out of them. Anfield Road to Edward. Edward, I've been up the ladder since Sunday putting the banners up. She only wanted me to hold the ladder for her. I said, yeah, what? I'm watching replays of yesterday's demolitions. Gotta tell you this. Got to tell you this. Adjeras was out Christmas Eve. Comes home. And Anna's wife says, you won't be able to get in the loft now, will you? To get the presents down for the kids. So she get the letter. So anyway, he got the letter. He's holding it like that. Bevied. He's holding the letter. And then she was up in the thing, the loft, getting the presents. And she was up there ages. And Jared just forgot all about him. Went to bed, fell asleep. She came out the ladder fucking fell, and she fucking fell out of the loft and down the stairs. Bounced down the stairs. Shouldn't have actually, but she was in bulk for months. Paul over to the Anfield. Did you get her to clean the windows while she was up there? Forcing the gutters. You got to clean them gutters out, you know. You know, them fucking leaves and they fall and all. Paul Owie, yeah, no lad. It's like none of these teams cheer for us in Europe. So I'm not wasting one bit of energy on them after the season of belittling our club's title win, saying it's through. Fuck them. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Absolutely. Hello, saying hello. Anfield. Paul Owie, I do the inside. You won't catch me up no ladder. See how brave he is? He fucking helps. Oh, but she's like that, holding the top rung and doing that. He's like that. You're all right. I'm closing the window now, okay? He's a man's man, isn't he, the Anfield? LFC have good short videos on YouTube, says Edward to the North. Snapies. Yesterday's rendition of You Never Walk Alone would have permitted the hardest of hearts. I cried my eyes out before a ball was kicked. And it was seismic, you know, it really was a emotionally filled thing. And I only heard the fucking miming because I couldn't hear it. And when I heard it today, well, last night to be honest, fucking hell, it was incredible. Monday the 26th. Oh, is it? Oh, go away. Oh, I didn't know, Paul, honestly. I'm fucking made up with that. I didn't know. See how out of touch I am. Now, that's an itch, you know. Fucking eyeballs and everything got itchy. fucking great though, isn't it? Hey, fucking itchy eyeballs and Liverpool winning the Prem. Can't beat that. Fucking itchy nose as well. Honest. You know with how many nostrils? Terrible. Oh, man. Frankie says to all. Guess who I bumped into in the city, lad? Peter Crouch. What a great lad. He was filming some podcast or something. I'm 6'4" and he's 3 inches taller than me. I said, how did you pull that, Abby? Oh. She's nice here, isn't she? She's got a great sense of humour as well, as Abby. And he said, let's just say it wasn't my endowment. He's a right lad. He is. He's a lovely fella. Loves Liverpool. Loves Liverpool. I think they all do, don't they? You know, all the exes. The Anfield Roar. Paul Owe, I can't wait. That obviously for that date. Anfield Roar. Them 3 inches always make the difference, says, but come on now. This is a watershed. Paul Owe, you're telling. Say, look, Deb. Hello, Deb. Hello, sweetheart. I wonder if she's gone now. I love my city. Deb, so do I. We all do. Every one of us. Love it that much that there's a lad on there, Stephen Snape. He's a Stoke lad. Came to watch the match. Big Liverpool supporter since he was a kid. Came up to watch the match for the first time ever. And he loved the city. And he said, when I get older, I'm going to live in Liverpool. And he kept his promise, and he does. He's come up, lives here, and he actually uses the fellas next door Wi-Fi. See how honest he is. He said, I've got to admit, I use the fellas next door Wi-Fi because it's that powerful. Get well soon, Redbird. Yeah, you know, we've got to keep our eye on them. We've got to keep our eye on them. And the Anfield. What's your Deb? Nice to meet you, says the Anfield Roar. Deb taking no notice of him. He'd be telling us to get up the ladder and clean the windows and everything. Give his wife a rest. Nothing wrong, you know. Deb says, the icing on the cake of Trent signs. Yes, Deb. Deb, have you subscribed and press the like, you know, to get the algorithm up there. And you can always come on the pod. You can always comment and it'll be read out. Like these wonderful people, all these fellow Reds. And that's all we ever talk about is football and Liverpool. What's up with our Redbird? Is he not well again? Bloody hell, says the Anfield. No, he just came on and he said, I'm on my phone, I'm in the Aussie. He said, I can't hardly hear you, but he's reading the comments and he said, I'm not well. He said, nothing to worry about, which is good. That's our Redbird. Fucking hell. I hope he's okay. And Arthur Schofield says, I have my flag on my washing line. So easy. So easy yet. Ryanair and all flights to speak fly over my bungalow. Are you the fella who stands in his garden and goes like that to all the passengers and the pilots and everything, and they go like that with the wings? All right, aren't they? And Deb says, thanks, Anfield Roar. Yeah, welcome, Deb. See the way she said raw, like raw meat, raw. Like when young Conor Bradley played for us, he was raw, wasn't he, when he took out Mbappe? That time, when we beat them 2-0 at Anfield, Real Madrid. The Man United of Spain there. And she laughs about it. Raw. Raw immense, says the Deb. The Anfield, exactly, Frankie. Monday. I'll have to take 2 days off now to recover. So that's Tuesday and Wednesday. And the Fernie says, Trent's being a great servant to your club, yes. Has no contract being discussed with him. Everything is kept under wraps. I don't know why he hasn't come out and said anything. Now, the likes of the 2 other lads, Fernie, they did come out and say things like, we're still in discussion, and that, but he said nothing. He's a Scouser. I just want him to be. Fuck Real Madrid. That's like signing for Manchester United to us. Real Madrid. We'd rather them sign for Barca. The Catalans. The Anfield. All right, Fernie, lads. Snapey says, our club's an emotionally intrinsic part of who and what we are as supporters. Yes. Liverpool Football Club's the longest, strongest relationship I've ever had. I'll take my adoration to the grave. Like us all, Snapey. Like us all, mate. Fernie. Hey, up, Roarhouse Tricks. All the way to the Anfield. Seems pointless going back for 3 days. So just got the whole log and make it a 7-day bender. When I was younger, our lads, we always met up on a Thursday to decide what we're doing at the weekend. Took the girls out on a Friday, if we had girlfriends, that is. Then from there on, we just went on a bend. Great. That's when we wore suit and ties on a Saturday night. Even Friday night, taking our girls out. And the girls never spent a fucking penny. It was us who spent it. Never spent a fucking penny. Come and take it out. Hey, do you fancy going out? Oh, fuck off. Yeah. I've got many a time. The Anfield Road. Good, Fernie. Glad you're enjoying the pod. It really pleases Frank to have someone to talk to instead of my waffling. The outfield. Paul Owie, I've got pointing to do on Thursday. He's holding the ladder. His wife will be fucking point. Thursday, if the weather's nice, it's a nice, easy couple of days. It is going to be nice. The Fernie. He's a good lad, though, as are you. Cheers, Fernie. Your sound too. Look forward to you on air after the games next season. You get a couple of other Leeds fans. You get the other ones, though, snazzy, you know. Coming to Scousland, we're going to fucking do. I'm only joking, Fernie. And Zeb says, even our coach welcoming was bigger than the city's parade. That wasn't it? Do you know what I love? It's fucking great, you know. I've been watching it all through, you know, right through the season, is inside Anfield. Fucking great, you know. Very good. You see all the emotional things. And the IBR. We need a big window this summer to stay on top. Yes, IBR. We do, and we've got to do something. It's no use like saying, oh, well, you know, this is fucking good. But I told you at the beginning what the this fucking thing. Excuse me. Something's let me coat like that. But anyway, I do digress. I said at the beginning, IBR, and it's happened twice before. When we won the league, we bought no one because the mindset of the owners is if they can do that and finish so well, they can do it again next season. So we don't need to buy anyone. And when we won the Champions League, exactly the same. And we bought no one. We bought nobody in the summer. We bought nobody in the winter. Now, you know that what I was saying in the summer, even in the winter, January, got no one. All right, we brought Chiesa in, Federico, D'Italia from Italy. And what happened? He hasn't fucking played. And he was bought as an appeasement to the fans because I keep saying this. Everyone was moaning. I was moaning. You were moaning. Everyone was moaning that we hadn't bought anybody. And he was bought as an appeasement on the penultimate day of the window shutting. So you're right there, IBR, we do. I do hope we can arrange a get-together for who wants to meet Frankie and the gang on the Monday. It'll be great. Some of you can meet up. It'll be great for some of you to meet up. Yeah, because I've got this to give away, haven't I? I've got two fucking things to give away, actually. I've got this to give away. I'm going to put us up rather than me fucking show you. Bear with me, boys. Okay, now. Bear with me. I've got this to give away. Oh, yeah. No. That's a giveaway. Fucking hell, that was a bit hard, wasn't it? I've got that to give away. And also, it's here, look, I've got it in my hand. Oh, for fuck's sake. But I've got it in my hands anyway. The watch I'm talking about. Got that in my hand. And I've got that as well, which is the wonderful. You can see the watch better, can't you? You can see the watch better when I put that up like that. And look, I've got it here. That's it. So I've got that for, the winners of whoever wins the fantasy. I'll be giving that away on the day. I'll also be giving away this. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Mo Salah's autograph. The programme from Madrid. Atletico's ground. Final. When we beat Spurs 2-0. And the man who scored it is supposed to be finished for the last fucking 5 seasons. A 1-season wonder, if you remember as well, when he first came. Mo Salah. Seen signing it and everything. That's a proper signature of the great man himself. And whoever wins it, good luck. Get it. I tried to get a deep frame. I was going to frame it for you, but you'll be able to do it yourself. And I'm also going to give 50 quid as well to the nearest one on the day as well. Promised you that ages ago. And that'll be great if we did meet up the Anfield. And the Fernie says a referee of today was shown the 1975 European Cup semi-final, Leeds versus Barcelona. He said he would have sent 9 off and abandoned the game. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before, Fernie. I thought you were going to do it. Didn't you go a goal or 2 ahead? And Leeds were a great side then. I thought you were going to do it, mate. And Snapey says, sending good thoughts to Redbird. Get well soon, mate, from your electronic cohort. The Wi-Fi experience with Stephen Snape. Paul says to the Raw, there's a window double act with the missus while Frank's old mate George Formby is belting out, "Men are clean and windy." Do you know George Formby? You know, a fucking gormless looking fella, wasn't he? Well, at the time, there used to be what you're known as a starlet. And she was fucking beautiful. And her name was Yana, Y-A-N-A, Yana, blonde girl, beautiful she was, starlet. And he was having an affair with her. Fucking George. Have a dinky do. George Foreman. Couldn't act the fucking goat. But mind you, he was good in all the propaganda during the war. So you got to give him a stew there, haven't you? But your odds, Abby doesn't know her, if she's still with us. Oh, there she is. Oh, look. Hi, Frank. Hi, Debbie. Oh, I bet you've gone now, haven't you, Tom? I want to know where Debbie is. Hi, Deb. Paul, we don't know. Oh, yeah, you said. Snapey says, Anfield, we could have a level-headed conversation. I'm the right height. I'm the same height. He is, he's fucking tall, you know. He is, he's very tall, is Snapey. Hey, Deb. I hope he's still with us, sweetheart. And the Anfield Roar says, Snapey, someone to meet my eye line. Yeah, lad, will be great to have a proper chat. Hope we can arrange a meet. I'm sure Frankie will create a get-together. Yeah. It depends on where you go and where you're all going to meet. You can meet in town. Hallelujah, brother. Fantastic. Fucking love it, you know. I just hope I'm all right, to be honest. Paulo. I'm not surprised Crouchy loves Liverpool. I'm not surprised Crouchy loves Liverpool with a missus like. Crap that Sunday. Behave yourself, you. That's my old mate, Stephen. Esquire. Big Red. Loves his ale. He'll meet up with us, I'm sure. The Anfield Roar says, Paul Owen, she's a knockout and a great lady too. Met her and her dad at games before. Really polite and down to earth. Abby. Abby. Debbie's the best, though, isn't she? She's on here. Dorothy Langham as well. Fucking hell. Do you know what? I can't cross my legs, you know. Fucking hell. That's it. Deb said, already done for it. Oh, is that oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, thank you. Buy you a drink if we all meet up. And the IBR says, Trent is long gone, says the IBR. And Owen Lee says, Frank, fancy a football quiz question. What Englishman has won 4 leagues, 1 League Cup, 1 UEFA Cup, 3 European Cups, 1 Super Cup, Young European Player of the Year, and never played for England? What Englishman? 4 leagues, 1 League Cup, 1 UEFA Cup, 3 European Cups, 1 Super Cup. Now you're going back to the Paisley days, aren't you? And never played for England. It must have been like, I'm not saying it is it, because it wasn't. Like Ian Rush. So it's someone who played for someone else, like Scotland or Wales or someone, or England, but born in England. €3. Wasn't Jimmy Case, maar no, he played. No, it wasn't Jimmy Case. I don't know. Don't know, Owen. Honestly. Does that make me out to be the worst Liverpool supporter who should know loads? I could tell you what Vespasian did. Vespasian, you know, the Roman emperor. What he did. What he had built for his dad, for his birthday. Then he's laughing. That's the Redbird. Get well soon, Redbird, says the IBR. Oh, yeah. He'd be made up, you know, he's reading the comments. I think he is. He said he was. Oh, fucking hell. I hate our lads and girls being an Aussie. Fucking there tomorrow again. And the Anfield Roar says, Snapey. Depot, love to meet up sometime. We will, don't worry. We'll meet up on the 26th. We'll sort it. And Paul always says, Raw, we'll get the missus her own window round, but he can't be holding the ladder 5 days a week. Frankie, I'm sure Zemka will take the balance down with me, miss. She won't mind. I'll record Corrie. They can watch us afterwards. And one of them can make a cup of tea for each other, couldn't they? You can get the biscuits here and say, yeah. Oh, fucking hell. You're horrible, Raw. And Zeb said, no chance I'm feeling Raw. Scared of heights. More of a ladder holder. Ladder holder. Oh, fuck's sake. These are fucking bad people. The outfield. Paul Owie. I'm not Lennon 8 days a week. See? The Abdul Rahim. I would say, Frank and chat, big up. Thank you, Rahim. Big up to you. And I bet you're a delighted man. We've been celebrating, talking football. Love it. Deb, you can foot it, love. Or sit in the living room with me. She won't be long. We can watch Corrie live. You can shout up to it if you've got the window open, that is, you know, to keep the draft out. But if you've got the window open, you can shout, how long are you going to be? Because we want a cup of tea. Deb and I want a cup of tea. Will you hurry up? Shocking. The Anfield letting on to Abdul. And Zaro says, Owen Lee Is it Owen Hargreaves? Now there's a ponderer. And the Anfield says, all right, Darryl. Are you and your lad coming up, lad? Be great to see you. Can't get a fucking room. We are raw, but nowhere to stay, lad. Abdul. I am Anfield raw. Deb says, bigger than Man City's, but I was talking about that the other night, you know, Deb. And it was fucking shocking. I was watching, you know, I don't watch the news. I really don't. I really don't watch the news. I watch alternative news. And but anyway, it came up, just fucking come up. And they were going around in the parade. And it was fucking terrible. It was like just a little, like about 5 or 10 people together and one. They had these barriers up, you know, along the road, and on the other side, another fucking 5 or 10 people. Big spaces going along. And they said it like that with the little plastic flag. Fucking shocking. City, Man City. FSG don't understand how football works, strengthen and go again. But that's the same as in the Red Sox. The fucking fans hate the owners because they don't invest. They won their World Series or something, and they even said they never invested in players. But one season, do you ever remember when they bought a player for $240 million, and we were fucking screaming out for it. I forget who it was. We wanted a fucking player anyway. 240 fucking million they spent. So baseball is there. Owen. Sexy boy. No, mate. Here's a clue to what era he's from. Dino Zoff was the runner-up to him. And young boy's Euro player. Dino Zoff. Great Italian keeper then. Dino Zoff. Then Buffon came along. I like that Buffon. He would have been great for us before Ali, you know, if he would have been at his peak, that is. But Ali's the best keeper. Someone mentioned about, not on here, on that fucking Facebook thing. I don't go on that, I hardly go on that. And they said, you know, about Clem being the greatest goalkeeper. I always thought that until Allison came on, because I said Ray Clements was the greatest keeper Liverpool have ever had. And I thought no one would beat Clements. Ray Clements. This fella, fucking hell. He's incredible. Love him. Thank you, Raw, mate. What did he say? Oh, for fuck's sake. The Anfield Raw to Darryl, that's what I missed out. I'll have an ask about for you. I'd offer mine, but I got my cousins in from Scotland for the day. I'll ask my uncle if he can put you up. He lives 15 minutes from Anfield Road. That's lovely, Dad. I can't, honestly, I'm using this, my spare room, as the poddy thing. And as I said, I've got 2 big wardrobes that are full of my stuff. I've got a cabinet over it, a bookcase full of books, full of them. And got another bookcase here, as you can see. Little one, it's only a little one. And this fucking big desk that I'm on. Honestly. Thank you, though, mate. And the Deb says, nice. It is nice, isn't it? Paul Owen to the Fernie. I saw a YouTube documentary on that 1975 final, and Leeds were robbed, and Beckenbauer was refereeing. Beckenbauer, referee? Was he? Did he become a ref? The Kaiser? Jesus, that this fucking thing. The Anfield says, Darryl, no problem, lad. Can't have you miss out with your lad. And Fernie says to the Paul Owen, he got done the ref for match fixing. Worse than the fucking fella there over in the Liverpool Inter game in the San Siro. Fucking shocking. The referee with the big envelope, what's his fucking name? McConville. He was a sports reporter and editor of the Times. I was on a documentary with him, Brian Glanville, and he was me, Tommy Smith, John Keith, he was fronting it, and some other fella. He was at a daily. He was an old man by then, and he was a sports reporter for the Daily Express. See, match fixing, Brian Glanville. He was on like I think a Zoom or whatever. He said it was shocking. He said, and Liverpool should have gone on and won that European Cup that year. They were the best team in it. He said, and it was stolen. It was stolen from them by fixing. Antonio Cabrini. Jesus, this is ridiculous. This I can't find fucking nothing in here, and it's really pissing me off. It really is, really annoying. Mitzi, just stupid face around it. Terrible. Fucking left arm's gone as well. Fucking that's terrible. I'm due for another painkiller. Antonio Clue, Liverpool player. Another clue, Liverpool player. Owen Lee, another clue, Liverpool player. I'm in a fucking clue. No, he played for England. He captains England. Deb. Edward says, watching Slot sing Klopp's song is great. Peter Cormack. No, he never won all that. I love Cormack. Brilliant he was. I remember him and me and my mates was in the first time we ever went to the stands. We was, where the main stand is now today. And we were in that stand, we were looking down. Maybe mate would call it Cormac forever. So what does he fucking say? This fella, yeah, we were only young. And this old fella, he was my age then, if you know what I mean. He said, listen lads, just watch it. Just watch it. And we got a different perspective. Fucking great. Fairly, Souness loved a dirty tackle too. Wouldn't get away with it today. But he was born in England, this fella. He's a jock. He was born in Glasgow, I think. Edward Slaughter's class here has fitted into Liverpool, grade 60 Anfield Road. And Owen Lee said he also had 2 FA Cup runners-up medals, one with a different team. And Darryl says, it's Peter Cormack. I don't think he got 3 European Cups. Still here, says Tim. Hey, Tim. Still here. Fucking hell, I'll have to figure it all going on about fucking quizzes. I've been here since 7 o'clock. You're not thinking about me, little old me. And he says, no, Darryl, close. And he says, Peter Cormack. So he must have played for Scotland, mustn't he? Born in England. You're not taking, no, it can't be, no. It can't be Alan Hansen, can it? He wasn't born in England, though, was he? Three European Cups. Now, one of them could have been won under Joe Fagan, couldn't it? So you could go back with winning the FA Cup. Because Bob Paisley never won the FA Cup. But then again, it could go back to 74, playing Newcastle when we won the FA Cup. Oh, fuck off, I'm not doing this anymore. Fernie says, to Edward, Souness, Jimmy Case, Joey Jones, Tommy Smith, all very hard men. Oh. We talk about all them when we get time. Not fucking tonight, though. When I was young, we didn't have a TV, and only round 4 or 5 and thought George Formby was boxing Mohammed. Fucking hell. Another clue, he's a Scouser. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just fucking tell us. Because if you don't, I'm just gonna cut us off now. On an end. And celebrated the 20th gathering. It's inspired a real score. Yes. Darryl says, oh, and not a clue. Deb's laughing a little head off. Jimmy Case. I fucking said Jimmy Case before. I said Jimmy. You'll have to fucking have a replay back. You go back. I said Jimmy Case. So was it Jimmy Case? Mind you, I wasn't quite so sure. And Debbie says, subbed. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Jimmy Case. Yeah, says the Anfield as well. Peter Thompson. Peter Tomo played for England, but I'm sure Jimmy Case played as well, you know. That's what I said when I mentioned him. I said, but he played. I'm sure he played for England. And Zarrell said, I said Jimmy Case first. I said that fucking well before you. Because you've only come on. You put a little lost into bed. And then got back. Zarrell, look at my first answer. The Anfield 1968, Peter Thompson. Peter Thompson, what did I win? Oh, fuck. I'm not going on to quizzes, you know. I've got to finish. Me poor out. Got to take a painkiller. Get me water. Even as I haven't even had a cup of water, a drink of water. Because I was so excited listening to all you lot. Owen says, I do apologise. I don't apologise. The Anfield Road. Dorothy said, what's your language, Frank? You used their name in vain when the chair was uncomfy. Did I? I never. Dorothy's not on, is she? Wow. If she is, I'm sorry, Dorothy. Didn't mean to swear. Jimmy Case could hit a ball and one of the few players who could score a goal in every round of the FA Cup, including when he scored a fucking cracking goal. It was at the final and we went on then to Rome. People saying, I'm going to get fucking beat because you got beat by Man United in the final. I said, oh, fuck off, we're going to win this. And we did. In Roma. Arrivederci Rome. Man City's parade was 40 minutes through their city centre to make it look more busy. Yeah, see? That's a cracker, that. So. And the Zeb, it'll be bigger than City's. Christ, they can't even fill their stadium. Surely we were bigger than theirs. And where Kevin De Bruyne is coming in his colours, seen as though he is a supporter. Zebby says, exactly, our bus welcoming was bigger. Our bus, when they came up for the game against Tottenham, it was incredible, wasn't it? Is it Tommy Wright, Owen? What the fucking else, Tommy Wright? Oh, he played for... Oh, fuck off, Tommy Wright. Not fair at all. Tommy Wright. They've got fucking 3 European Cup medals. FA Cup, Super Cup, UEFA Cup. The plasticity of the club, 115's fan base, is putrid. I don't care what anyone says. All their achievements are tainted. It's sickening if you're a true fan of a club with history. Kudos, pedigree, us. And Ali Danush, our Romanian friend. Remember the other lad, KB, from Nepal, the Himalayas? He's a Sherpa. Climbs mountains like Everest. He brings the sandwiches up to the mountaineers. Flasks of tea. You know, when they're on Everest or K9. Yeah, lads, here's a couple of sandwiches. Just got them out of Subway here. And you can have them ones from Greg's. Good evening, Franco, says Ali Danush. Hiya, Ali. And Zeb says, been going since the 70s, Anfield Road, Trophy Parade, that is. Anfield Road. Jimmy Case. I thought he played for England. Mentioned him at the beginning. But thought he played for England. IBR. Alisson has a long way to be considered in that Buffon, Casillas, Dino Zoff club. Alisson has a long way to be considered. He's fucking better than them. Come on, IBR. He's well better than them. Now, I support the Azori. Always have done. He's fucking better than Buffon, better than Dino. And Casillas, well better than him. Sorry there, IBR. And even Zalem goes, IBR, seriously? Really? Paul Owen. Deb, to Deb. Didn't City have their parades when Man United were at home? So it looked busy. Yeah, they did. Remember the little plastic flags? And the Anfield, Deb, you're an expert in a parade, love. You can lead. You can lead. I've only been going since the 80s. The only parades I missed was 2005. But I was somewhere else. My mum and dad would take us all. Red ribbons in our hair. Deb. Red ribbons in your hair. The Anfield. Oh, and cheers, lads. Great question, that. Cosmetic. Thanks, Owen. Probably was early 80s, to be fair, says Deb. Yeah, look, right. Say, typical woman. I think she said, I think it was the 80s, you know, when she said the 70s, you know, giving her age away. Only messing. Deb, I used to cause a parade when I walked the street in my Ben Shermans and tight Levi jeans on. Do you remember the Ben Shermans? Great, them weren't they? Button down. I remember you used to have like a pink one. Pink Ben Sherman striped. My old grandmother used to say, "You look $1 million." To her. Yes. Still never copped off though. And even had black hair then. The Anfield or pods or kickers. Do you ever remember Comos? The shoes, Comos? Used to have like a rounded toe, flat. Used to have a pair of them. Polished. Could see me face in them. Black. The Anfield. Owen Lee. I love to kick a lad. You sound like a man who knows. Deb. You wasn't the one with the little mullet, was you? The little mullet. Oh, the little mullet. The little mullet. And the Anfield say, "No, love, I model myself on Soonest, but I look better than him. My mum had to hide me until I was 21. I was a stunner." Fucking. Do you know where she used to hide him, Deb? She used to hide him in a grow bag. That's why he's over 6'6". Putting in the greenhouse in the grow bag. That's why he's so. That's where he used to hide him. Have to go. We'll get on your next live. Lovely to meet you, Frank. Anfield Road and the rest. Thank you, Deb. Mille grazie, cara mia. Mille grazie. That was Italian, that Deb. See you, love. Oh, next question. Who's not allowed to ask any more questions? The Anfield. Frankie's left arm. This is a fair arm now at night, yes. That's it. That's be a fair arm. I was mad that. Crack of that. Look, lads, I've got to I can't go right through it. I'm sorry. Paul Owen or Frankie said Phil Thompson. No. Phil played for England. He's captain's England, isn't he? I'm going to end on these boys. I'd put Alisson alongside Neuer of Germany. Ali is the best in the world and has been for a few seasons now, says Sneaky. Yes. That Neuer was unbelievable, wasn't he? What about Oliver? What was his name? A big German goalkeeper. Janach as well. Good bad dude. I would put Ali, yeah. I would put Ali above Buffon, Zoff, Casillas, but still have the late, great Clem at the top. Really? You know, it's all opinion, isn't it, boys? Arthur Schofield. Have a sign of his. Have a sign of it. Frankie, I've heard you was known as the Count in your copping up days. Those were the days. Someone called me an Italian stallion the other night. I said, fucking hell, the Italian's still there, but these stallions well and truly gone. Good night, everyone. Be in a hoot. Love you all. Oh, say Stephen. Sneaky. Good night, Snapey, says the Anfield. And Owen Lee. Frank and chat, thank you for your company. Good night, God bless. Owen, it's been great, lad. Been great. Fucking quizzes, though. Thank you. And Paul says, the Rose man used to hide him under the ladder, which came in handy. He's been altered ever since. And on that note, I'll see you all on Friday. I might see you on Thursday, I don't know. But Friday, I'm having, definitely having the current affairs. So if I have one on Thursday, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you Friday. And don't forget, Saturday morning for the You Know What. The film and TV review show, 10:30. And the watch along, as you know. Okay. Mille grazie. Popolo. Ciao. Ciao bella. Amici mio.